Bienvenidos a Joan Mon Games. Hoy os traigo Chicken Police Into the Hive. Empezamos.
This whole madness started with this petty little affair. Petty to the one who reads it in the paper. Less petty to the one who's getting shot. Clawville, the city of opportunity, the city of dreams, a bastion of tolerance and equality, a genuine shithole. You know, truth is a weird dame. No matter how loyal you are to her, she'll cheat on you in the end. The question is, are you gonna stay by her side? And if you do, what price are you willing to pay? The poor schmuck was face down on the ground. Insects may breathe through holes, but this guy had way more than he needed. Probably escaped from the hive. Was he being chased, or just happened to be in the wrong neighborhood? Who knows? I'm a detective. Those are the questions I should be answering. But I knew there would be no answers in this case. In fact, there would be no case either, simply because the victim was what he was.
A fly.
Really? Thank goodness you can see in the dark, old owl. Where would we be without you? By the way, what are you doing here? You don't work for us anymore.
This is the third time you called me back from my little hole, boys. You must be desperate.
May the great wild ones protect us if we've sunk this low.
Woohoo! Very funny. So, you want some facts?
Sure. Let's get started.
His name was Novak, according to his papers, but almost certainly an alias.
Pretty likely. Just another fugitive from the hive, huh?
Who knows?
All right. I'll snoop around a little. Then we'll talk.
I can't wait.
And no drinking on duty, okay?
On duty? Ha! I'm not a cop nor a doctor anymore. If you need me, make peace with how I work.
Oh, feathery heavens, Doc. Relax. I can see you're having a bad night.
Bad? Why, is there another kind?
Clucking furry hell. I don't need this. So, a few sketchy facts about the victim are never enough. I had to snoop around, see if I could find anything useful. Even if I knew there would be no file on the poor bastard, it just seemed like the right thing to do. The car crashed into the post. That was not the cause of death, but it probably helped to make it quicker, and more dramatic, too. The poor dope crashed right next to a police booth. How ironic. A lonely field patrol. She doesn't seem very concerned about the case. Another wonderful night in the City of Colors, unless you're a cop, or a dead fly, for that matter. The Times River. How much dark filth has its waters washed away? Swimming is not recommended.
What? Ah, it's you again. Have you looked looked around already?
Not quite yet.
Boo-hoo. Then get on with it and leave me alone, will you? I'm thinking.
I also snore while I'm thinking. I don't know what I'll do with it, but since I've already picked it up, I might as well check it out. The alleged Novak. As far as I can see, he has at least 6 or 7 holes in his body. .9mm cartridge cases. They can come from either a machine gun or a pistol. I expect your report by tomorrow morning, Doc.
Phew, I can report now. Cause of death, shot dead 7 times. Probably with a 9mm semi-automatic pistol. Although that's not for me to say. That's for ballistics.
Those 2 dumb hyenas don't give a shit about this, and you know that. So, that's it? Case closed?
Honestly, I don't think they'll ever open a file on the poor bug to begin with.
Yeah, you got a point there, Doc. Well, I'm gonna take another look around. What's up with you nowadays, old owl?
Nothing much. I just exist. Alone.
Alone? Well, what about dear Nurse Ursula?
She moved on. She's with the Furies now, if you must know.
The Furies? You mean the
hooker gang. That's the one.
Oh, cluck. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, sonny boy. Life's a jerk.
And being an even bigger jerk can help a lot, huh?
As you say, sonny boy. As you say.
So, what next?
When you're done here, I'm going home. They'll let me know if they need a proper autopsy.
It's a clucking circus.
All the world's a circus, and all the men and women merely clowns. But we have to give the impression that we're on the case.
Maybe I'll talk to the boss about it.
Ooh, the hell you will.
Yeah, you're probably right. So, what about the severed legs?
Are you bird-brained? Stop waving that thing around.
You're a coroner. You're used to this sort of thing, aren't you?
Everything has its time and place, boy.
Can you tell me anything useful about it or not?
The arms were carefully and individually plucked out. But only after death.
Ugh. You think so?
I'm sure of it. No sign of a struggle. Even his suit was barely wrinkled. Tearing off an insect's limbs isn't so easy. He would have struggled if he was still alive.
You could have been a detective, Doc. Not a good one, but a detective.
Thanks. I got enough misery of my own.
Well, I guess I won't see you at the station.
That's right. You won't. I'm only going there if they take me in handcuffs.
I can help with that.
I'm scared.
So, that's our cue?
Adieu, Mr. Novak. Or whatever your name is.
I didn't know you spoke insect.
Just a few words. I had a ladybug girlfriend before the HIVE closed.
I don't want to know about that.
Oh, but it's such a juicy story. There's a lot of bang bang and some kiss in it.
Enough, okay?
Okay. Big stupid bird. I always hated you.
What did you say?
Who, me?
Not you, Marty. Bubo. Hey, what are you doing here?
Boss? Is there a problem? You look pale. Like all the color's just gone out of you. Although, now that I say that out loud, it's like the whole world has lost its color.
Oh, no. I'm not dreaming all this, am I? It's not a bloody clucking dream, is it?
You tell me, boss. You're the famous detective.
Oh, this is just a clucking nightmare.
Actually, this is more like a game.
Hey, don't ruin the whole thing.
Enough. That old case with Bubo. And then Marty showing up. What the hell was that supposed to mean? Yeah, relax, old bird. You were dreaming. But she's not a dream. Who the heck is she? Oh, cluck. I've got a terrible headache. And even worse, deja vu. Well, I hope she's not hiding a revolver under that pretty little cloak of hers. Because if she is, I won't be able to stop her. Oh, cluck. Is my doorbell broken again?
I'm sorry. I had to sneak in unnoticed.
So you're the sneaky type, huh? I'll make a note of that. But feel free to sneak back out.
I can't do that.
Here we go again.
I need to make sure you're gonna help me.
Lady, listen. I don't even know who you are or what this is about.
Promise me.
Okay, I promise I'll listen to you. Just calm down.
Good. I believe you.
Splendid. Now, let's start at the beginning. You know I just installed the new lock on my door. How did you get in?
What do you mean, how? The door was wide open.
Is that so? Jeez. In that case, of course, make yourself at home. Do you always go through any open door you see?
I didn't intend to.
Look, ma'am, I can't stress this enough. I don't do private cases. I'm not your average gumshoe detective. Yeah, it's about time I wrote that on the door.
You have to understand, no one can help me but you. Only the chicken police. I heard about your last case and...
You can't imagine how many times I've heard this, and I'm getting really tired of it.
All I'm asking is that you listen to me, nothing else. After that, if you still feel you're not interested, I'll leave and you'll never see me again.
Well, that's a bargain, but before we start, can I see your face? I don't like talking to dark silhouettes.
Oh, of course. Forgive me. And don't worry, I won't bite your head off.
That's your clucking luck, old bird. A woman from the darkest depths of the city. From the HIVE with love. If we're gonna start, let's start with a kick in the gut, right? Sure, why not? All the cigarettes in the world. What's up, buddy? Everything all right? Oh, damn. I'm starting to sound like Marty. Of course I blinked, like a first-class schmuck. Marty, on the other hand, looks like someone from the front page of the Weekly Copper. The last in a series of Chicken Police novels. It's trash, but I felt I had to keep it. I don't have time for this. I need to find out what this broad wants from me first. You know it was very dangerous for you to come here. For, someone like you.
Because I'm an insect? Yes, I know.
So what has brought you all the way from the Hive, Miss,
Melandra Mantidea. And yes, I am indeed from the Hive. I see that doesn't surprise you.
Let's just say we don't really see your people outside the Hive these days, sweetheart.
You have no idea what it's like to live there.
I've been to the Hive more than once. Although I admit the last time wasn't yesterday.
Things are getting worse every day. But that's not why I'm here.
I guessed as much.
Well, I'm going to get to the point. My husband is missing.
Oh, yeah, I know that one. No offense, but have you looked at the local bars and joints? Most of the time...
No, you don't understand. He's... dead.
You mean he's missing and declared dead?
No, he was already dead when he disappeared.
I'm afraid I'm losing the thread, and I haven't even picked it up yet. It must be my age. So, how was this again?
You might want to sit down for this.
Listen, sweetheart, let's not drag this out, because the curiosity is killing me. And my lower back, too. Melandra dared to come here alone, so she's a strong and upright gal. Breaking her certainly won't be easy, but maybe she'll open up to me if I approach her gently. Break or open. Either way could lead to success, as long as I don't fall flat on my face. Let's start at the beginning. With your husband.
Milo Masterson.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Masterson? You mean you didn't take your husband's name?
Don't get me wrong, I loved him very much. But in our family, women don't usually do that. It's our way of keeping more of our independence.
I get it. When exactly did your husband die?
A week and a half ago.
And when did you discover that his body was missing?
3 days ago.
And what's happened since then?
I tried to convince myself to come here.
I see you succeeded.
Lucky me.
You know, the last dame in distress who came to me ended up in a pretty bad way.
I'm not your typical shy housewife type, Mr. Featherland. I'll fight my own battles if I have to. But I'll also admit when I'm not up to the task.
Oh, that's a really useful quality. I envy you.
You don't often admit when you need help, do you?
You nailed it, sweet chops. But let's talk about you. Tell me, Toots, were you alone when you found the body?
I'd just arrived home, and he was in the restroom with a newspaper in his hand. That's where he met his end.
Oh, tough break. Sorry.
Don't be. He loved that place. A few minutes of solitude and peace. And, well, he was home and relatively happy. It's quite a peaceful death. Especially where we come from.
Yeah, I can think of a better way.
Heroic deaths belong to heroic stories. Our story was simple and peaceful. That's why it upsets me that this peace has been disturbed.
I guess you're right. You know, you have a very healthy view of the world.
When you've had almost everything taken away from you, you learn to appreciate the little things.
Once again, you're right. Can you tell me what a typical day was like for your husband?
He worked in a textile factory. He got up in the morning, went to work, came straight home after work. We spent the evening together, rinse and repeat. But then he lost his job.
And Milo changed?
More like everything changed. The factory was replaced by a new meat substitute plant. You know, the one that makes those horrible fake meat products. Milo couldn't continue working, so he looked for anything else.
Anything else?
He shined shoes when he had to, ran errands, but nothing lasted long. Then he met a strange guy who pretended to be a private detective, but he looked more like a tramp.
Wait a minute. One of those antlered guys? I mean, a stag beetle?
You know him?
Frank Half-Armed Castellini. Oh, yeah, I know him. He was the only insect in the academy. Then, not long before the Segregation Act, he got bounced from the force.
Milo helped him out for a while, all kinds of courier work. But he soon left him. He always said, Frankie's a troublemaker.
Well, I can back you up on that. Well, wait a minute. Why didn't you go to Frank instead of me?
This Frank was a strange, creepy guy. Scattered, dirty, like a bum.
I knew Frank a long time ago. He's a strange one, all right. But he's an exceptional detective.
I'm sure he is, Mr. Featherland, but I still wasn't happy about Milo hanging around him.
Afraid he'd be dragged into some murky business?
I was almost sure of it. I felt it in my antennae. I often sense things like that.
Is that why you came to me? You want me to look into Frank?
I want you to find out what happened to my husband's body. That's all I want. Nothing more, nothing less.
What kind of personality was Milo? How would you describe him in a few words?
Calm, patient, devoted.
You really loved him, didn't you?
I love him even now, Mr. Featherland.
Well, then your husband was a lucky man.
Thank you.
Did he tell you exactly what he did for Frank?
Never in detail, just that he was a kind of errand boy. He got things from A to B.
Nothing more unusual than that?
One night, he came home really upset. After that, he never went to Frank's again. But he didn't tell me what happened, and I didn't probe.
Well, that's a pity. It could easily have had something to do with his disappearance, and maybe even his death. Tell me, are you a religious insect?
I was raised religious, yes, but we don't follow the Great Light, Mr. Featherland.
How do you mean?
You see, old insect habits are conspicuous, and many try to fit in by abandoning them and adopting animal customs or religion instead.
How did Milo feel about that? Did he support this spiritual separation?
Actually, I wouldn't have supported it either if I didn't have to. But this way, I had the chance to work in town for a while as a secretary. I can't do that anymore, religion or no religion.
Because of the Segregation Act.
As you say, Mr. Featherland.
Listen, I'm happy to involve my colleagues in this. I am a cop, after all.
You're threatening me.
I sense you're still withholding important information, Missy, which I don't like. My office, my rules. So what's the deal? Are we finally talking straight, or what?
Maybe... You're right. I wasn't exactly clear and concise. My husband wasn't murdered, but his body was taken, and I have an idea who might be behind it.
At last, we're getting somewhere.
Before the segregation law, Milo got me a job in town. In the Ratwell district, to be exact.
Who helped him? Even before the law, it was hard for an insect to get a job outside the hive.
That's right. Milo had some business with a rather shady character, but I don't know what the deal was.
Who was this guy?
I don't know. I swear to the light. I never found out.
Really? Well, I guess we'll see. I'll look into it. So, you've been looking into this all on your own?
I had no choice. I searched the cemetery, but I didn't find a soul. There's an old bug working there. His name's Uncle Joe, kind of a local legend. Almost everybody knows him. He didn't see anything, but he couldn't have seen much because he was drunk as a skunk.
I guess the police didn't bother to question him.
The police? Please.
Have others disappeared from the cemetery, or just your husband?
His was actually the third, and then 3 others went missing, as I heard.
You say 6 bodies are on the loose?
Don't put it that way. But yes, that's what I know.
And this, Uncle Joe fella, what else do I need to know about him?
When I talked to him, he was scared. I guess he was either beaten or threatened, probably both.
Well, thank you for answering my questions, Missy.
So, the interview, that was it?
You'd better not leave town. Stick around. It's the best thing to do.
So be it, Mr. Featherland.
You see? That's what I'm talking about.
Does this mean you'll take the case?
Well, if I don't do it, no one will, right?
Not likely.
First, I need to talk to Marty, my partner.
It seems everything they say about you is true.
I hope not. But please don't go anywhere until I get back. I'll look into it, but it'd be extremely dangerous for you to be out there.
I don't want to be a burden, Mr. Featherland.
It would be a much bigger burden if I had to go out and look for you.
Maybe... All right. You're right.
Good. Make yourself, comfortable. Clocking hell. What am I doing? The Hive? I swore to myself I'd never go back to that place. Well, that's me in a nutshell. I stood there like a crumbling old statue. Meanwhile, my doom crept in through the crack beneath the door like cigarette smoke. I could smell it. What can I say? Marty's gonna be over the moon. Ever since the chicken police came back into the spotlight, he's been looking for trouble. Well, if there's one place we can get it, that's the Hive. But first, I have to find that oversized feather pillow.
Then, are you about to start now?
I need to talk to my partner, but essentially, yes. The clock is already ticking.
That's reassuring to hear.
Let's see. Wait. What? Let's see. Nothing. Strange. Marty always answers the phone, no matter how late I call. Maybe he's at the station. Let's see.
Favo Police Department, how can I help you?
Hey, Mon.
Is that you, Sonny? What's up, Chief?
Is Marty in there?
He's left already. Why?
Nothing. I'll go look for him at home, I guess.
Okay, Boss Bird. But tell me, is everything all right? You sound kind of strange.
Oh, come on, Mon. You know it's never all right.
Just the usual. Well, take care of yourself, okay?
Later, sweetheart.
Bye, Sonny.
Is there a problem, Mr. Featherland?
No, nothing. Just, my partner.
Look, if this is becoming a problem, then maybe...
No, nothing like that. I'll have to look for him. I'd probably better go see him at home.
I see. Well, then I hope you're successful.
Yeah, me too. I was ready for the big journey around the wilderness. But a mysterious woman in a hood came to ruin everything. Sound familiar? And she came straight from the Hive, fellas, with a case that looked like straight suicide. Did I take it? Clark, yes, because that's me. The perfect schmuck. The power of the Crown has been weakened, and Clawville is on the brink of total collapse. The insects exiled to the Hive are rioting, and the place is ravaged by gang warfare. The city has always crawled with crime and filth, but now it's worse than ever. And what do? I jump right in. Now all I had to do was get Marty, my partner, to back me up. But he strangely refused to pick up the phone. I wonder what could have happened to him.
You can't do this to me. You just can't.
What the fluffy, feathery, scaly clucking hell's going on here? Hey, buddy, you all right?
You hear me, honey? That's not how this works. No, it's not.
Yeah, Marty. Hello, Marty.
I've been drinking, right? That I'm drunk? Huh?
Marty. Hey, partner. Hey, buddy. Oh, goddamn featherhead.
Tearing me apart, Laura!
Oh, no chance. I've got to get him out of this state somehow. Ah, my good old Cobbett. He's seen better days. He rattles and clatters, but he won't give up. Just hang in there tonight, pal, and I swear I'll take you to the car wash. I know. But tomorrow... He's not gonna talk to me until I get him out of this state. They don't make him like this anymore. Marty's beloved Vectra Ball. Pretty cold of Laura to chuck that out, but it might just be useful.
You can hear me! Everyone is listening to us! Don't you care? Ouch! Hey!
Finally! Good evening, partner.
What the hell, man?
Hey, Marty. Everything, okay, buddy?
What? Of course it's you. Who else would it be?
Are you, by any chance... a little tipsy, Marty?
You just don't cluck at me about drinking here, okay?
I didn't say anything.
Well, don't. Because...
Listen, Marty. All this stuff here. Yeah, Laura didn't, she didn't throw you out, did she?
What? Me? Ha! I can't be thrown out. I'm Marty... Clucking McChicken. Do you hear me, honey? I can't be thrown out.
Take it easy, Marty.
Actually, I threw her out. Yeah?
Yeah, sure. Let's get your stuff and get out of here, okay?
Okay, Boss Bird. But promise us we're gonna do something stupid.
Huh. That I'm sure of.
Wait a minute. Just one tiny minute.
Yeah. Marty, no.
Laura!
Come on!
Laura!
Oh, for cluck's sake. Look, I got something in the car that'll help you. Here it is, my beloved flask. Contains a killer cocktail handed down to me by good old Dr. Bubo.
You want to kill me?
Take a few deep breaths and everything will be fine.
Crazy clucking son of a chicken.
Well, Better?
Yes. Lucky you.
Well, there you go.
But never again.
Agreed. Shall we go?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, and if you puke in my car, I'll pluck you and cook you alive.
Yeah, let's just get out of here.
That's my boy. It's a tidy little neighborhood and a tidy little house with probably tidy little neighbors. Neighbors who don't deserve this shit show. There's nothing else of use here. I'd never seen Marty so dead drunk. It didn't bode well for the evening. I was just about to call the whole thing off, but after a nap in the passenger seat, he woke up, innocent as a day-old chick. Fists, bullets, or booze, this damn cock dodged them all, but Laura hit the only tender spot he has, his overly large heart. We were standing outside the station, waiting for him to compose himself before going in. He avoided my gaze, and I didn't blame him. In over 10 years of working together, I've never seen him let himself get this low. Well, there's a first time for everything.
Listen, man, I...
Don't get started, Marty, okay? Just take a deep breath, and let's get going.
Yeah, right. You just forgot to tell me what we're doing here.
Well, I didn't want to wake you. You were snoring so sweetly in the car.
Sorry.
Right now, we need paperwork to enter the HIVE.
Yeah, sure. Wait, what?
You heard it right, partner. We got some business in Roachtown. Anyway, it'll give Laura a chance to cool off.
Oh, clucking hell. Can we maybe not talk about that?
Whatever suits you, partner.
Listen, do you have an aspirin? My brain is trying to burst out of my skull.
Nope. But if Monica's here, I'm sure she'll help you.
Ah, good. She's always there when you need her, huh?
Uh-huh. I just hope the old bone chewer won't be in.
Blood boil? You know the dog that barks doesn't bite.
Yeah, right. Just sends you on unpaid leave.
Well. If it isn't the chicken police in the flesh.
The hens that lay the golden eggs, huh?
Moses, Plato. Evening, gentlemen. Now get lost. Marty's having a rough night.
Everything all right, Marty, my boy? You look like you've been swimming in the Times. Or are you just juiced up?
Aw, are you mewling at me, tiny tiger? I'm sorry, it's hard to hear you from up here.
Tiny what? What did you say?
Please, don't do this, Plato. We're so much better than that.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but yeah, Moses is right.
Okay.
Whatever.
Moses, Plato, the later the better.
Indeed.
Bueno, pues hasta aquí. Gracias por ver el vídeo.